So, I don't even know where to begin with this heist. This one, with me, has been a long and arduous relationship. I guess when this thing first came out, I had the toughest time trying to get this on Deathwish. I tried it solo a bunch of times, tried it with friends, tried it with public lobbies, just could not do it. Didn't matter what I ran, didn't matter what my friends ran. Maybe my skill level just wasn't there, maybe the build wasn't right, whatever. Eventually got it on a live stream and put that video up on my channel maybe close to a year ago, I think. Maybe not a year ago, maybe like 6, 7, 8 months ago. And then just recently, I've started getting into solo Deathwishing, some difficult heists. So I started off with a bank heist, then I did big bank, and looking down in the comments, people are suggesting Hox Breakout, Lab Rats, Goat Simulator, Birth of Sky. And the second that I heard Birth of Sky, it brought me back to, oh my god, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to give it a try. Because I do enjoy this heist. I actually really, really like it on Overkill difficulty. But on Deathwish, it's just really proven problematic. So, today, I finally got it. And it was a mix, or a hybrid of some different builds that I've tried in the past. I've been trying to get this maybe for the last 2 or 3 days. Probably spent, I don't know, probably like 15, 20 tries on it. And I would say 90% of those tries I actually get to the end, like the sewer part. But the sewers on this are so ridiculous. Like, I don't know if you've not played this heist. Basically what you do is you do that plane part at the beginning there. You release 3 big bundles of money, like you can see just landing on this roof here. One of them is always broken, and they land in different spots, and the one that's broken has 8 bits of money you got to throw onto it, and you got to find the loose ones like I'm doing right now. And then once you've thrown those, you light a flare, you wait for the helicopter to come, you attach 4 different hooks to it, and then you go on to the next one. Simple. Once you've got all 3, well, after the second one, SWAT vans show up, snipers start showing up, and then you have to enter the sewers once you've got the third one taken away. And in the sewers, well, it's very tight. There's constant spawns, people dropping down from the sky, or from the ceiling, or whatever you want to call it. And there's bulldozers down there, there's shields, there's nowhere to go. And it's very crazy. So I tried builds, I tried armor, I tried tanks, I tried muscle, I tried grinder, I tried ex-presidents. I tried a bunch of them really, and I eventually fell on this one. Now, I'm going to give a note here that Saturday's video this week is actually going to be the exact build that I'm running. So I'm not going to go into crazy detail in this video about the build I'm running, but I do think my success with this heist comes down to the build that I'm using, so I think it's very important that I share that with you. So basically what I'm running here is an Anarchist perk deck which came with the Sydney character pack. So unfortunately for console guys, you don't get this just yet, hopefully in the next update. But it's a great perk deck. It increases your armor like crazy amounts, but it does take away my health. So it doesn't actually take your health away, but it actually lessens your health. So typically you start with 230 health in this game. And actually chops that in half, so you've got 115. So the idea with it is that you've got so much armor that it potentially should not break, but if it does break, you're pretty much screwed, so you've got to be really careful. So that being the premise of the perk deck, the idea is that you get skills to support that. So you want to get some skills that improve your armor recovery rate, actually improve your armor individually as well at the same time to just boost your armor at the same time. And then you've also got some skills that when you get headshots, that they actually give you armor back for getting successful headshots. So all those combined, and a couple of other skills that you'll see on Saturday when the video comes out, and it will be linked in this video description if you came here and the video's already out. So check there anyway. It could be in there already if you're catching this a few days later than it was actually up. So all those skills combined, and I took, as you can see, I've got an assault rifle now. I don't usually take assault rifles. You did see me use this one on the big bank when I did that solo loud. I'm not really good with these, not that accurate. You'll see I'm constantly going for headshots. Even when they're ducking, it's pretty difficult sometimes to get them, but you'll see that my armor keeps coming back the more headshots I get. It's because I've got the bullseye skill aced. So that's why I'm always going for the headshots. Got some assault rifle skills, got some shotgun skills for my secondary, the Judge. I've got the high explosive rounds on the Judge to help me out. You'll see how I use that down in the sewers. That was kind of my get out clause. I've tried this with RPGs. I tried it with grenade launchers. Just wasn't good enough. The RPG wouldn't reload fast enough. The grenade launcher just wasn't explosive enough, and then I'd run out of ammo. But the fire rate on the Judge with explosive rounds, actually you'll see, is very, very good. So that's kind of what helped me through the sewers. So you can see here that I'm actually really confident in this build because I'm kind of taking the fight to these guys. Normally, my tactic on this heist, and if you're not running the Anarchist perk deck, what I would suggest is if you don't want to be this like forthcoming in the heist and trying to go in the face of everybody, is that you can actually train the guards or the cops around the map because it's like one big square, one big rectangle. So if you go to one side of the map, so I getting a little bit of shit here, but it's all having confidence in that build again. But yeah, if you go to one corner of the map, then obviously all the cops and the police are going to migrate towards where you are. So the idea is that you go and stand in the opposite corner to the money bundle that you're trying to get the helicopter to, and then they'll all come over to you, and then you just have to run the other way and go back around, and you got a free bit of time there. So that was usually my tactic, but as you can see here, I'm kind of staying on the cops because I can pretty much stand up to them pretty well with the extra armor that I've got with Anarchist, and as long as I'm getting headshots in the middle of this crap, then you'll see that my armor is not really taking that much of a hit. So, but this heist, boys, this heist is actually really fun. Solo Deathwish, not really that fun. Like I said at the beginning, once you've got the second money pallet up, the cops bring in SWAT turrets. I mean, it's part of the story. Locke, the guy who's telling us all this narrative while we're playing the heist, says that he's not able to get his chopper here because there's SWAT vans. It's going to shoot the chopper down. So that's why you go into the sewers. So that's why the SWAT vans show up. But there's, of course, there's snipers too. So that kind of ruled out me bringing a shotgun on this. Because the same with the big bank. If there's snipers on the map and there's no way you can get close enough to do it with a shotgun, then I have to take an assault rifle. But luckily I've got the suppressor on this, got the skill, and it might look like I'm running really weird with this gun. And it's because I have the skill where you can pretty much aim and shoot while you are sprinting. So I'm constantly able to run and shoot at the same time, which is kind of nifty. Took me a while to get used to, but it actually works out pretty well when you're running through big crowds. You don't put your gun down at all. You just constantly have it up, ready, rocked, and loaded. So this is the first pallet, but you can see the other one is on the outside of here. So you can actually tell when the rounds are dying. It doesn't get too crazy. I do have the skill that actually allows you to interact with things and take 50% less damage while you're interacting. And it's a pretty low skill, but on heists like this, it's definitely worth it. So when you're actually interacting with these big money bundles and you're getting shot, when I'm getting shot at, you will actually be able to see that I'm literally taking like a very miniature amount of damage at that time. So the money bundles that actually fall from the plane can land, I don't know how many spots there are. There are some really bitch spots, to be honest. Like, I think I got 3 half-decent ones. The one where you have to go on the roof there was pretty rough, just to get the spare parts, or the spare money bundles. But there's actually one spawn that is actually literally right in the center of the map, right in the middle of the road, because we're in a little town. It's right in the middle of the road, and that was the one that split up. So, because it's in the middle, all of the money bundles are like miles and miles away. They're not close to it, so they're all over. They're on different roofs. They're on different corners of the map. So that's a bit of a bastard. I see that the round's ending here, so it's time to take some taser out. I don't have no taser skills, so it's just a matter of if one of those guys gets me down, I'm down. As you can see that the cops are walking off the map, it's time just to give this one a shot. No problems whatsoever. It doesn't seem as though having hostages on this delay the assault like they do on normal heists. So that's why I'm not bothering even trying to get hostages or dominate some cops. So once this one's gone, I know the other one's in the diner. The reason I got the key card to open that door is, and if he shoots me, look at my armor here. Well, I get flashed anyway. So yeah, the reason I did that is because I know that when I spot this, the flare is going to be on the roof. So then I've already found the key card, already opened the door. And now it's a matter of the snipers will start to come out. And the SWAT turret will come out. And of course, look at all those guys over there, just blindly shooting there. Of course, who wouldn't want Captain Winters to not show up? So of course, he shows up too. And of course, Captain Winters is the big shield guy with 6 or 7 of his buddies. And the round is endless until you kill him and the enemies get more difficult to kill, blah, blah, blah. So I'm able to take him out. You'll see how efficient it is with the judge. If you did see my big bank solo Deathwish loud run last week, you will see that the judge was extremely effective in that too. So that's kind of one of the best guns to take when you're solo, and Captain Winters has the potential to show up. So now it's all about just waiting for the chopper to come, and then I have to get into there. Luckily, I don't have to go onto any kind of roof. Sometimes you can get 3 of them that are actually on all different roofs. And those, if you don't get those first, those can actually be really difficult because I think there's like 4 or 5 different sniper spots. And if you're not accurate, you can easily just get shot once, shot twice, then the third one will kill you, even with this heavy armor build that I've got. So here's the SWAT turret. But I'm at the point now where I am trying to train them over towards me. So as you saw, they all spawned in right around where I was over in that side there. So now I'm just waiting for them to come over, to migrate over. And you'll see that I have a pretty decent gunfight just in this little area here. You'll see that you can hold your own. 1 shot to the head for a cloaker. That's how efficient this build is. So I do have silent killer skills on here. I don't have silent killer ace. I just have it. Just have the basic 15% boost. But I am running. Oh, here he comes. I do have berserker too. So I have berserker aced, and I start the heist with very little health there, you can tell. Like, it's just above 25%. So berserker is already live and active. So my gun is already 100% giving more damage than it normally would. So I think I got the damage up to about 200 on this thing with silent killer, maybe a little bit more. So with berserker always active, I'm actually getting 400 damage with each shot on this, which is absolutely insane. As Captain Winters, here he comes with his buddies. And you'll see how efficient I am taking this guy out. One thing that you do have to be super careful with on this heist is right at the beginning, well, not the super beginning, but when you actually land in this little town, that there's a lot of those just regular, not the SWAT guys, but just regular cops. And those guys can take you down in 2 shots. Ridiculous. But look at this. This is crazy. Now, you will see that I've got some lasers pointed on me. So this sniper's up to the top right, so I do have to be a little careful. I am getting some armor back from damaging Captain Winters, so I can be a little reckless. And that's him. He's done there. He's totally done. So now it's just a matter of when you kill Captain Winters, the heist is over. Or the round is over. So now I just want to make my run for the little diner so I can get to my hooks. A couple of snipers here. These are pretty easy to take out. See, I'll be honest, I'm not, at this point in the heist, I'm not that nervous yet because I've got this far probably out of all the attempts, 15, 20 attempts that I did, I would say that I got to the sewers probably 80 or 90% of the time. But sometimes in the sewers, I would probably die within 15 seconds in the sewers. So you're thinking sometimes it takes you 15 minutes to get down there, sometimes 20, depending on the spawns of where everything is and where the cops come and everything like that. So to spend 20 minutes and then all of a sudden just to lose it in 10 seconds, you can imagine it's pretty frustrating. So now it's pointed out where the sewers are. Now it's just a matter of trying to get some armor back. Not rushing down there. There's no rush at this point. Captain Winters is already gone. Those SWAT turrets are a pain. But you'll see what I do with the SWAT turret here, because that SWAT turret would actually shred my armor completely if I try and open that grate with it there. Now, a couple of times I did bring ECMs and that would work too. But ammo actually served me pretty well. Didn't run out of ammo that much anyway, so I still have one bag. So now it's just a matter of just crisscrossing to confuse the turret. I want to take out a couple of guards here so I'm not getting shot from so many different ways. Got all my armor back. Then it's just a matter of giving this 5 shots. That's gone for now. It's not totally done, but I don't need it to be totally done. I just need it to be gone for a second. Snipers are shooting at me too. Able just to drop down. Now this is where it gets crazy. I'll let it run a little bit without talking. You got to get 2 thermal paste. Bulldozer drops. Able to run around him. Get the first one. I have to run back and get the other thermal. Bulldozer came back. As long as I'm doing damage, I'm doing okay with my armor. Missed that shot completely. Bulldozer missed him again. Taser. Now you go around this corner, it's a little crazy again. Look, 3 shields and a bulldozer. Come in here. My armor's still holding up. I just kind of fly through, running out of ammo a little bit on the judge. Throw my couple of Molotovs just to get some peace. Now my heart's pounding because I've never got to this point before. I've just got to survive. I run out of judge ammo. Pull out the beast. Go for the dozer. Get him down. Taser's my next one. Get the taser down. And boys, that's it. I'm in. Now, what I normally do here... Now, my heart was literally... I could literally feel it thumping out of my chest at this point. That's how much it meant to me to get this one done. But there's a tip here. If you are running muscle and you get to this point, just sit in the... I don't think the cops come in here. So you can actually sit in here and let your health regen. Of course, I've got full armor. I think I've got like 400-something armor. And I know that you could also run this and try and just take them out from a distance, these cops on the shore here, on the banks. But with my armor, they're not going to really touch... They're not really going to touch me, so I'm just going to keep driving. I know at this point I've finished. Look, my armor's really getting nothing. There's not that... They're just weak cops. And that is it. Not actually a bad time. 15, 16 minutes. That's pretty decent. And I'll make my character jump up and down. I was so excited. I was so excited. Now, the world's my oyster on this one, so we got to figure out what I want to do next. I'm thinking... Hoxton Breakout is the next one. Everyone wanted it. And I said in my first video that's the one that I didn't want people to suggest, but that's the one that's coming next. Let's see if this build can do that one.